chemistry of forming words and pointing them at me. And could it be a kind of sign informing me that I've been out of line? All the pages in this book are giving me an interesting look. And can they see beneath my eyes? And if they could, I wonder what they'd find. Feel alone tonight, 'cause I can see the candle burning bright, and the shadows and the light will keep me company tonight.
Hi, my name is Andrew. I'm 19 years old. I'm from Western Springs, Illinois, and I'm a freshman here at James Madison College at Michigan State University.
I'm Michaela. I'm 18 years old. I'm from Greenville, Michigan. I'm a freshman here at MSU, and I'm studying in the College of James Madison.
My name's Tom. I'm 19 years old, from Redford, Michigan, and I'm a second-year computer science major.
Starting about 4th or 5th grade, we probably started our sex education in small amounts and different things, and then it grew in junior high through the health class that we took, which was probably about a quarter of the year. That was kind of switched out around with gym. And then in high school, we took a semester of health, which was pretty much completely focused on sex ed.
Well, growing up in Greenville, Michigan, our school was Class A, but the community itself was very small and very rural, and so our sex education started in 5th grade, but it was really basic and minimalistic, and then became more extensive in 7th and 8th grade. In high school, we didn't receive any sex education, but my mom gave me sex education at home, which I thought was very helpful, and she started that in 6th grade and continued that throughout my middle school and high school years.
I grew up in Redford. It's a small little town in Metro Detroit. And I went to St. Valentine's Catholic school. It's a like a kindergarten through 8th grade kind of school. And right around the 3rd grade was when they started teaching, 3rd, 4th grade area. I really don't exactly remember, but that's when they started like teaching just the reproductive system kind of thing and what everything does and that kind of stuff. So as middle school went on, because I went to a private Catholic high school, they started teaching the obvious Catholic abstinence kind of stuff, and said sex is for marriage and it's a sacred act kind of stuff. Like it's I feel like I got a mixture of like what a public school would have gotten in regards to sex education, but with a religious push towards it.
Well, I came from a large high school of about 4,000 students, so everyone had to do the same thing. All the guys and all the girls were together for the same sex education program through the health classes. Everyone got the same information. They were all given the same thing, and I think that we were all given a sufficient amount, but not really a lot, I'd say. Probably the same as most of the high schools around where I came from. But all the general topics were covered, and different options for safe sex and different things to be aware of were covered. And it wasn't very one-sided. There was a very diverse set of opinions presented to us.
With our school being more of a rural, smaller community, and also somewhat conservative and very religious. Our sex education was based more on abstinence rather than safe sex and the use of condoms and birth control, and it wasn't very extensive into how to, have safe sex, how to protect, against STDs and, unwanted pregnancies.
Obviously, I mentioned the religious twist or the religious aspect that it had on before, but I feel like I started learning like a lot about like the menstruation and like what really happens to the males and the females and all that kind of shit. Like just with what I was exposed to like on TV or something like that, because I was a little rebel back in the day. I watched a lot of South Park and all that kind of stuff, and I would just hear something like menstruation or something like that, and I would be like, "What's that?" and Google it or something like that, and be horrified, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I feel like I was exposed to a lot of the stuff before I even learned about it in my sex education.
Yeah, I felt really prepared because I was exposed to a lot of different things in high school, and I felt aware of what I could expect coming here and knew what I'd be exposed to and everything. So I felt pretty well prepared for what I was getting myself into.
I feel that I was prepared coming to MSU, but I wasn't prepared because of the sex education I got in middle school and the 1 year in 5th grade. I feel prepared because of what my mother taught me, which dealt more with more scientific backgrounds into sex education, as well as moral and religious teachings that I thought were really important to me.
I know enough about everything so to where I feel like I can make the right choices. But as far as that back in high school, I went to a Catholic high school. I was being taught by a bunch of priests, and I had a bunch of religion classes that they would tell me, "Oh, don't use birth control, yada yada. It's all evil and it's against God's plan and all that kind of stuff." And I guess I kind of just turned a blind eye to it because I don't know. I have mixed feelings about that kind of stuff. But yeah, I feel like I could make the right decisions.
Abstinence-based sex education is a little limiting, I think. It doesn't expose people to the full range of contraception options, and it just kind of could lead to more teen pregnancy, whereas other options might work better for certain people. So I think it's probably not wise to solely educate people on abstinence-based sex education because it won't do them the best good.
I feel that abstinence-based sex education is very minimal in the way that most teachers teach it. I feel that it doesn't really do a good job of preparing students and kids on safe sex and the use of condoms, birth control to protect themselves from STDs and unwanted pregnancies. And I feel that schools and teachers should work more towards a sex education that teaches abstinence but also teaches other methods of safe sex.
As far as abstinence goes, I'm just the kind of guy that says, hey, if you want to have sex, just go ahead. I really don't care. I don't think you're going to hell for it or any of that kind of stuff. But even my roommate, he's 19 years old. He has a kid. But the relationship that he has with his kid is one of the most adorable things I've ever seen. If you make the wrong decision, as far as the birth control and abstinence goes, if you make the wrong decision, just make sure you make the right decisions after. Not a big abortion guy. If you made the mistake and got somebody pregnant, unless it's there's gonna be some sort of complication at birth where it risks the mother, and the mother could die, just have the kid. If you don't want to put it up for adoption, I'm just open to all the other options.
Well, I believe comprehensive sex education gives everyone the best options of what they can do in lieu of having kids when they don't want to and still having sex, or it gives additional options to just the normal abstinence method that has been taught in the past. As far as I go, I know that I was raised by parents who were pretty lax about what I could and couldn't do, so I kind of censored myself on a lot of things, but I was exposed to a lot of these things as it is, and I think the fact that I was exposed to those things made me less willing or not needing to do them as often, because I knew what I could do, but I didn't feel the need to do it to defy someone or just to experience it because I was aware of it beforehand.
While I feel that an abstinence-based sex education is good in some parts, I think that it needs to be more comprehensive, because students and kids do have sex, and it's important to teach them methods of safe sex so that they can protect them. And especially in my community, teen pregnancy was a thing that had high percents in our community, and I think that that problem could be addressed with a more comprehensive sex education.
I don't think you can teach a kid to make the right decisions. I think you can expose him to the options that he has, but as far as the kid's moral standpoint and the conscience goes and all that kind of stuff, the kid's gonna make his own decisions. Like, it's you really can't brainwash him. I'm not that, like, I don't feel like you can really tell a kid, hey, wait till you're married, it's bad, or that kind of thing. So